Hey folks, this is Victor from the Wallowa Avalanche Center. Today it's the 27th of December on a Wednesday. Today I'm out at 8,300 feet on a northeast aspect on Lee's Peak in the Elkhorns, and we're looking at the snowpack and how well it's adjusted to the new snow we've received in about the last 48 hours. So as you can see in the pit, what we're finding is about 1.5 feet or so of new snow that's sitting on top of a melt freeze crust. This crust has been found at elevations between 7 and 8,300 feet, including northeast and northwest aspects. So certainly this layer is going to be more evident on southerly aspects and west as well. It's varied in thickness from just about 1/4 of an inch to almost a 1/2 an inch in thickness. This layer has proven to be reactive in some of our extended column tests, so the snow is sliding off of that with quite a bit of energy. The biggest concern though, besides that, because all this snow is still relatively soft, it hasn't formed into a real dense slab yet, is below that from earlier in December. The snow below that melt freeze crust is really faceted, sugary snow. So we know that's the non-cohesive snow that we can't even form any kind of a snowball with. And that layer is almost 1 foot deep at this location. So that layer is not good, and it is sitting on top of another pretty stout crust that's about 3 inches thick that was from Thanksgiving. This layer here, the facet sitting on the crust, was not reactive in all tests at the 3 different locations we've been today, but it has failed on every test, some with a little bit more effort than others. In this pit location here, this is all the new snow sitting on top of this same crust where my snow saw is located, and you can see all of that kind of came out in a pretty good chunk storm slab. Things to be cautious of: as the winds pick up a little bit through the weekend, we are going to get some more snow sitting on top of these layers that are pretty weak in nature, these crusts and these facets. So as we get some new snow associated with some winds, in particular if you're in an area where these layers might not be buried down quite as deep, you should really use caution on any slope greater than 35 degrees. I would highly recommend getting out, doing some digging, determining how well these layers are bonding to these old crusts. This layer of facets is going to be here for a while, so until that layer gets a couple more feet of snow on it and has some time to heal, we're going to see that layer persistent in the snowpack. If you really were to find the needle in the haystack, down lower than this old Thanksgiving Day crust, there's a whole bunch more facets and crusts all the way down to the ground. So especially at lower elevations where the snowpack isn't as deep, there is still a possibility you could trigger something down lower. So right now our snowpack is not super healthy. This is not like the December we had last season. It's not shaping up so far this year to be a great early season start. As we all know, low snowpack depths and then cold periods where it's dry are not helpful for our snowpack. So as you're out playing in the mountains, we're starting to get enough snow. Probably encourage more people to get out, really be conscientious of these different weak layers that are buried in the snowpack, and determine how well they're bonding before you commit to any slope greater than 35 degrees.